Every who down in Who Newville liked the holidays a ton, but where to get great prices on gifts, they had no idea. None. They searched and they searched for great gifts under $25. Gifts for spouses and friends and even their toddlers. When suddenly one who shouted, Walmart has what you want, knowing they have Lego, Tree Hut, and no prices to flaunt. So they enjoy the holiday season as who's often do. Cheering and shouting, Walmart has incredible gifts. Who knew? Find gifts they'll love under $25 at Walmart.
At LinkedIn, we know hiring is a big deal for your small business. Sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming. LinkedIn uses data that you can't find anywhere else to give you the best candidates, all so you can feel confident you're hiring the best person for the job. And even a little hiring bliss. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/achieve. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
The Subaru Share the Love event is on from November 20th to January 2nd. For 18 years, Subaru and its retailers have supported over 2,700 local charities through the Share the Love event. When you purchase or lease a new vehicle during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru and its retailers will make a minimum $300 donation to charity. Visit Subaru.com/share to learn more.
Oh, Hilton stay, your beds are soft and cozy. No lumpy couch, no stiff futon, no shower line at crack of dawn. Oh, Hilton stay, a holiday you're saving.
When you want holiday comfort you can count on, it matters where you stay. This season, enjoy spacious, comfortable rooms and friendly service when you book with Hilton instead. Hilton for the stay.
Bears beat the Packers for the second time in 3 meetings. First 11-win season since 2018. It may be the first division title since that same year. But right now, like I told y'all back in May, the Bears are going to the playoffs for the first time since 2020. Clap it up, Tiffany. My voice hasn't really returned since Saturday. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm struggling right now. I'm playing hurt. It's like my flu game right now. How about y'all? How did you all celebrate Saturday?
We were out watching the game in, a very non-sports-like environment where no one was really paying attention to the game and what was going on. There were some Bears fans in there, but for the most of the time, people was trying to listen to the DJ and smoke hookah, and we standing there like our lives depend on it. Like, come on, we need this win. And when they won, we jumping around, screaming. I'm telling you, people at the bar was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, what is wrong with her? But it was just I wish I would have been somewhere where it was just a ton of Bears fans, because I've been watching the videos of people in their house jumping around screaming, or people at Chicago bars, or people in the stadium. And I just been so happy. I just been scrolling through them. So it was a moment I won't forget. But watching other Bears fans celebrate and be happy and scream, and some of them literally crying, it's been fun.
Before you answer this question,
what's up?
Tiff took me to the worst Bears bar I've ever been to.
First of all, let's set the record straight. I said before we got there, I have not been all this season, okay? So I can't give no vibe checks for this year because I had not been there all this season. I said, but in previous seasons, this shit used to be lit. Like, it would be full of Bears fans. It's a smaller bar, so you definitely had that Cheers vibe. They would be on the grill. Like, it was a vibe. It was a time. And I don't know if they've changed ownership or what, but it's not a Bears bar anymore. So what can I tell you?
Tiff, you're supposed to be vigilant doing your homework.
Exactly.
Hey, man, listen, I gave the disclaimer. You better use Google. I said, hey, I ain't been here this year. I don't know what it's like this year.
I thought Tiffany was better than Google, so I didn't even check.
Here we go with the sauce. Here we go.
Let me tell you how bad this bar was, Q. This dude tried to hit on me while I'm sitting right next to Tiff. Why he was deep throating his hookah pen. He was
a man enjoying hookah by himself is already a red flag. I don't care what his gender, what his preference is. It's already a red flag. I celebrated the win by trolling Packers fans online. I got unfriended by 4 people because I bumped Caleb post and was telling them how wrong they were, and I realized we weren't friends on Facebook anymore. So that was fun. And then I celebrated by sending out my Cash App and Zelle to all the Packer fans I had to collect to. So it was a celebration Saturday night. I collected about $220 in bets from friends and Packer fan shit talkers on Saturday night. So the money is still rolling in this, and as we speak, they got till Friday. I don't care about it being the day after Christmas. I need my money. I need my money. You talk that Packer shit. Now it's time to pay up. Take some gifts from under the tree from the kids if you got to.
Packer fans don't need no money. What would they use money for?
Jordan Love jersey skirt.
I stand corrected. I couldn't go to sleep after that game. I think I was up scrolling Instagram and TikTok till like 3 a.m.
I was such a troll.
But yeah, it was.
I was such a troll.
I literally came home and rewatched the game because, like I said, in the bar we was in, they just wanted to do the Laffy Taffy and Superman that whole. We ain't hear none of the game. You ain't, you saw what was going on, but it's not the same feel. And once I knew we won, rewatching it was even funner. So I came home and actually rewatched the game.
This is Jason Momoa, and I'll be your finance professor today. Welcome to Banking Smarter 101 with Chime. Bam! First lesson, sign up for Chime and set up direct deposit. You'll be joining millions of members banking fee-free. Second lesson, get cash back on eligible purchases while building credit and a higher APY on your savings. That's how you bank smarter this season. Fa-la-la-la-la, class dismissed. Join Chime today.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and a secure Chime Visa credit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. Details at chime.com/fees-info. With a qualifying direct deposit, earn 1.5% cash back on eligible secure Chime Visa credit card purchases. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. APY means annual percentage yield. Learn about credit building and more at chime.com.
I didn't really pay attention to the football Sunday. I watched the Bears all 22 like 3 times Sunday, and I watched it again today. It was one of the best games I've ever fanned out as a Bears fan. And that brings me to this next question. Was this the biggest regular season moment in Chicago sports history? Well, a couple of moments that I have in my head right now. I got in 1996, the Bulls won their 72nd game, and then. Or you can even say the 70th game, because I think that was the actual record.
70.
And then you got the Bears versus the Cardinals in 06. I can't think of anything else.
Like the 2010 win over the Packers, where Hester had a punt return for a touchdown. That was in Soldier Field also. I like that game a lot because Hester had been playing wide receiver the last couple of years, but that was when he returned to being an elite returner. In that moment, that was a Sunday night game, I believe, too. That was the night game, too, I believe. But I remember I was watching it with a few of my homies, and when Hester returned that kick for a touchdown, the whole room went up, though. It was kind of like when we got that onside kick. Same feeling, same momentum. So that 2010 regular season game, that stands out, too. That's the year we got Julius Peppers, the year we went to the NFC Championship when Cutler didn't play. And you know what? That's another thing. That reminds me. Packers fans hollering and crying about Jordan Love didn't finish the game. We were down to our third string quarterback in the NFC Championship. We didn't make no excuses. We just rolled with it. Y'all just roll with it. Shut the hell up. Because when y'all talk about beating us in the NFC Championship, y'all never bring up that y'all beat a third string quarterback. I don't want to hear it. I'm not listening to no cheesehead excuses. But yeah, that 2010 game, that stands out to me. Another one in Chicago history. I was a kid, but I remember just the electricity. I don't even know if the Bulls won, but when Michael Jordan first came back, the return game, I think that was against the Pacers. And then a couple days later, he had 55 against the Knicks. But those are some of the regular season games that stand out to me.
For me, this is probably the biggest regular season moment in Bears history for me.
Mhm.
Now, I can't, in my Bears history, okay? 85 Bears, they might have had some moments out. So please, we don't want to hear the 85 Bears. We get it, okay?
Right,
Leaving them out of it. But no, not Chicago sports history. Because for me, you gotta do the Bulls. You gotta do the Bulls, period. And probably when they broke, I think it was 70. Because that's history. That's NBA history. Like
Yeah.
that. Not that team wasn't already cemented as possibly the greatest of all time, but that was like that stamp. So I think it definitely can't top that. But in Bears history that I know and remember, absolutely. Because I mean, seriously, just the fact that everybody was so hyped and so sure that the Bears was going to win that game going into it. And for 3.5 quarters, it looked like it was not going to be.
Yeah.
It looked like, I cannot believe this is happening. We look like we're playing the worst football that we played since the second game of the season. And then for it to just turn 180 degrees and for everything to go our way, for everybody to just lock in and to win in the most improbable, emotionally charging way possible. Like, how could it not be at the top, if not, top 3 in Bears history at least? Regular season, of course.
Well, one of the GOATs docu, we've mentioned this before, it seemed to always benefit the team that's playing. In 1998, when Brickhouse and Harry Carey died, Cubs went to the playoffs for the first time in, a decade. We talked about Walter Payton died in the 90s too. Next game, Bears beat the Packers with Big Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Big Cat had blocked that field goal, right? Who we giving credit to for this? Ben Johnson or is it Virginia? Virginia got this? Yeah. Okay.
Virginia is in heaven, in Bear heaven, and she is helping this season. I don't want to say they sacrificed her or she sacrificed herself, but that lady is out there doing the Lord's work. She's out there doing the Lord's work. Thank you, Virginia. It's all Virginia. Virginia is our angel. Shout out my dead homie Virginia. On my dead homie Virginia, we going to the playoffs and winning the division. We marching on Virginia.
All right, let's review this. Let's review the Bears 22-16 win. Q, kick us off, man. Good, better, best. Good from this game.
My good was, we've seen a constant theme with the Bears this year of next man up. There hasn't been an excuse of injuries. One guy goes down, next guy steps up. We've seen that everywhere from special teams, offense, and defense. Moody stepping in for Kairos, all the linebackers and backup DBs like Nashawn Wright, CJ coming in off the street. We've seen linemen like Theo Benedict step up. And Saturday night was no different. We learned before the game, Rome wasn't going to go. Luther wasn't going to go. Now Ja'Day Walker, an undrafted free agent, is thrust into, one of the top 3 receivers. And what did he do? First catch of his career is a 15-yard catch, first down, stepping up big, a contested catch. And then at the end of the game, catching the game-tying touchdown to send us into overtime. So it's the same thing. I mean, Ja'Day Walker faced huge odds coming out of Texas A&M. Undrafted free agents. It's an uphill climb if you're a late round pick. It's a higher climb if you're undrafted free agent. He had a great preseason, stuck around. The Bears even liked him so much, they didn't even risk him on a practice squad. They put him on, thank God, because I think somebody would have plucked him. He's 6'3", ran pretty good at his pro day. But he's been waiting for this opportunity all year. And I know the catch was, a busted coverage wide open. That wasn't that easy of a catch. He's towing the line on the back of the end zone. He has to stretch out. Caleb was facing down an all-out blitz. The Packers were in cover 0, all-out blitz. So Caleb had to heave it up. Ja'Day had to catch it, keep his feet in bounds, stretch out forward. I just think that guy deserves a shout-out in my good section, because way to stay ready the whole season and come in the biggest game of the season. Have your hands ready, have your focus on, and way to step up and take advantage of your opportunity. So Ja'Day Walker is my good.
Just to piggyback back off of that, I know he's been doing this his whole life, but just to come like an undrafted rookie in this big spot, in this big
Playoff
moment, all
atmosphere.
the pressure that's on him, because he's wide open. If he don't jump high enough, if he mistimes that jump, if he doesn't get his
That's
feet
out of
down,
bounds. Yeah.
talk about being
Fourth
murdered
down.
for forever
That was fourth
in
down.
history. That was fourth down. And it was like, that was another one, like that last, pass to DJ, of course, was in the air for forever. But that pass was in the air for forever to
Man,
me,
wasn't
too.
it hanging
And
up
just
there? Wasn't it
it was just
up
hanging. You
there?
saw how wide open he was. It was like the moment wasn't too big for him. And like, yes, that's what he gets paid to do. That's what you expect him to do. But man, it could have went the other way. And just for him to seize that moment, for him to be ready to step in there, knowing we have no Luther, knowing we have no Rome, knowing, the game was not looking good for us. He did have a big catch earlier in the game, but knowing the game was on the line and to make that catch, which wasn't the easiest catch, you got to give him some love for that.
Yeah, and I know this was kind of a nondescript moment, but it was earlier in the fourth quarter. Caleb was getting flushed out the pocket and had to throw it out of bounds, but it was in the direction of Janae Walker. And I saw him express frustration, but not like the frustration at Caleb, like the frustration. It looked like, man, I'm ready to make a play. So that was in the back of my mind when he caught that ball. So I could see him. I'm like, this kid is hungry. He wants the opportunity to make a big play in the game. And he got his opportunity and he cashed in. And like you said, yeah, they get paid for it, but you still got to execute. We seen Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus got to get them hands together, man. I can't take another drop out of Zacchaeus.
That big drop was that overtime or was that the fourth quarter? Whichever one it was, boy, I was about to lose
Man,
it. I was about to lose it.
Zacchaeus, get it together, man. Get it together, because the Bears wide receiver room is a lot of competition. You've already lost a lot of snaps to Luther Burden. We about to give Jade your last few snaps that you got. You only got about 15, 20. When everybody get healthy, I'm about to get that boy Jade the rest of your snaps.
The McDonald's snack wrap is back. You brought it back. Ranch snack wrap. Spicy snack wrap. You broke the internet. For a snack. Snack wrap is back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
That's facts.
Also, I know that was tough for you, Q. Starting off the show with Janae Walker as your good, because Tyler Scott had to leave your boy Tyler Scott for Janae to stay. So
Listen,
I mean,
Tyler had to sacrifice himself too. Tyler's somewhere.
Hey, sometimes you gotta sacrifice your faves.
Rest in peace, Tyler Scott. He's out here helping the wide receiver corps too. He sacrificed himself so that the Bears can become a better pass offense. Tyler had to do that.
My good from this game was Chicago. Chicago weather and Chicago fans. Throughout that game, whatever it was, the weather was a factor. I mean, they couldn't have talked about that wind blowing and how strong the wind was one more time during that broadcast. And speaking of that, I was really curious as to why Green Bay chose to go in the direction of the strongest wind in the overtime. Like, they got to choose the direction they wanted to go, and they chose to go in the direction of the strong wind. And even on that fourth down, they were like, because they're going in this direction, a field goal is really a no-go. So, I mean, I appreciate them being that dumb, but that was just curious to me. But anyway, the weather was a factor, but this is what we practice in, right? Cairo practices in it. Caleb practices in it. I mean, Caleb's strong arm was clearly a benefit in that weather because it really didn't seem like too many passes sailed on him. And then Bears fans showed up and showed out throughout the whole week. Ben Johnson, Caleb, everybody's been talking about, we really need the fans to show up and show out. The fourth phase, they gave up the towels, just all that. And even though it was cold, even though it was windy, Soldier Field was louder than I remember it in the regular season ever. I'm talking about, it was rocking to the point, like it was rocking like it felt like Kansas City or like Seattle or just one of those places that is extremely loud, especially in the end of the game. And I know you can tell Brisker and Caleb and some of our players really feed off the crowd and how the crowd might have been that turning factor of us keeping it together and winning that game. And when DJ caught that pass, they said, I've heard firsthand accounts of like Bear Down, our fight song, that was the like that place was literally shaking because everybody was screaming, singing at the top of their lungs. So just the energy in Soldier Field was amazing. And I felt like it was so timely because it almost felt like a FU to Kevin Warren. You know what I'm saying? It almost felt like, bro, this the week you want to talk about moving the Bears out of Chicago. We're going to show you. Nah, Chicagoans want the Bears in Chicago. So it felt like the fans showed up and showed out. The weather showed up and did its thing. They kept making such a big deal about their heaters not being on their side and all this other. Hey, those are the breaks sometimes, my boy. Deal with it. So I'm going to give love to Chicago as the city and Bears fans specifically.
Yeah, we've been holding the Bears down in Chicago well this year. We've only had one loss in Chicago. That was the opening night to the Vikings. We've won every game since. Shouldn't have lost that game. We won every game since though. We really held down home field advantage. And I think that's important. When you become one of those upper echelon teams, when you're building towards that, you don't lose at home. Like you said, Tiff, Kansas City, they got such a home field advantage in Kansas City. Seattle, such a home field advantage in Seattle. Those are hard places to win. Soldier Field is becoming that. The energy and the crowd is really uplifting the team. So that's good to see that, especially since it looks like, and I can say the P word now, that we're going to host a home playoff game. That is huge.
They don't want to come to Chicago in January.
They don't.
And it really, like I said, it really feels like certain players feed off of it. And I thought what Caleb said after the game when he was like, we want Chicago Bears fans to be proud. We want them to travel well. We want them to show up to the stadium. And we're going to play in a way that's going to make them proud to be Chicago Bears fans. And that's spot on. So they continue to play like this. Chicagoans are loyal. We done gave our hearts to the Bears, and we hadn't been great intercepting spots our whole lifetime, okay? We give our hearts to the Bulls, and they haven't been great since the 90s. So we are a very loyal fan base. And you give us, hey, wash your face. I hate people from Chicago that's fans of the 76ers and random teams making faces about the Bulls. Relax.
Yeah, chill out.
Relax.
On D-Road, chill out.
I got a question. Y'all think the Bears unplugged them heaters?
They said they was back on during different parts of the game.
Unplugged them heaters.
So I don't know.
It was Virginia. it was Virginia and Dick Buckets out there.
Virginia hit a little power surge.
Yeah, Virginia and Dick Buckets. Oh, shout out Steve McMichael. Mongo. He hated the Packers. Mongo, Virginia. Shout out Mongo and Virginia. Mongo hated the Packers. He couldn't even talk anymore.
He did.
Had a little Stephen King blow thing in his mouth, with a little finger. Still saying FGB. Not Stephen King, Stephen Hawking. Mongo couldn't even talk anymore. He had his little ALS thing happening, but he had his little, little blow tool. Couldn't even move one little finger. FGB. That's all he could do.
Don't have any participation in this conversation.
Yeah, you are. We roll together.
One band, one sound.
One band, one sound.
No, I gotta stay on the good list. I gotta stay on the good list. It's too close to the holidays.
My good from Saturday's win, the defense. In particular, the red zone defense. Because the defense kept the Bears alive during this game because the offense was poo-poo for like the first 55 minutes of this game. The Packers was moving the ball up and down the field, controlled the clock. They said they ran 90 plays. That is absurd for the NFL game. I'm not saying the defense was itself good. I'm saying the red zone defense in particular, because if you don't run 90 plays if you got a good defense. But in the red zone, the Packers went 0 for 5. Doors shut each time. They had to settle for field goals, and that kept the Bears in that game. They allowed the Bears to be able to have that comeback. The 6th comeback, come from behind win this season. Pretty much the primary reason for the win. And which is crazy if I'm saying that the primary reason, I'm already starting them off with the good when there's a better and best segment coming up. So, Tiff, what's your better?
Better for me has to be my boy DJ Moore. it's kind of been a little bit of a dicey season for him. Certainly numbers-wise, nothing close to what he's done in the past, even though throughout his whole career, up until this point, he hasn't had great quarterbacks, but he's always produced, and he's always kind of been the star. In the last year or two, it's kind of been Caleb and him trying to find their footing, trying to figure out what his role is in this new offense. All this talk about not necessarily has DJ fallen off, but can him and Caleb coexist? Does Caleb hate him, which was the weirdest narrative of all time?
that
Like
was.
all these things. Yeah, and last game when he had a game, good game, after when he got a game ball, he was like, I ain't fell off, I'm still here. So I think that was that reassurance that bounced back for him. Although, credit to him, I've always loved DJ Moore. He's not a diva. He's not an A.J. Brown. Even though his numbers was not looking good, he wasn't getting the rock. He was still out there blocking. He was still out there happy. This is this man first time winning, having a winning season in football since high school. Think about that. Not at Maryland, not at Carolina, not at the Bears. We ain't talking about winning a playoff game. We're talking about a winning season.
Yeah.
So he like a kid in a candy shop. You know what I'm saying? He just happy to be here. And now that he's getting to contribute, it's even better. Like, he's got a great personality. He's really embraced the city. He was named as our nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Like, just so many accolades. And I'm so happy for him that these past couple games, especially with Rome being down and then now us being without Rome and Luther Burden, that he really had a moment to shine. And there were two big plays to him. That big throw that got us in position to score. It had to be.
I think that was in the fourth quarter. Yeah,
that was fourth.
Yeah, it was a big throw to him, and then it was a throw to Colston.
Yeah,
and then it was the touchdown throw. Those were, and that was another jump up contested. You know what I'm saying? Like pass, and it was like that whole game. You could tell him and Nixon were going at it. Him and Nixon were going. As a matter of fact, Nixon was the one that hit him in the back with that kind of dirty blow. You know what I'm saying? Which Packers fans, they don't want to talk about that.
Hold on. All that field he had and angles to pursue on the other side, and he had to run through DJ Moore.
He almost knocked his own player out trying to run through DJ Moore. You know what I'm saying?
You can't tell me that wasn't.
Packers fans want to keep crying about dirty plays, but they don't want to mention that.
Can't tell me that wasn't intentional. He had no reason to take that angle through DJ Moore. DJ Moore was nowhere near the play. The play was on the opposite side of the field. Nixon wasn't anywhere near being involved in the play, and he ran through the back of DJ Moore. But what you said, Tiff, yeah, I'm happy for DJ. He's been a real, true Bear since he's gotten here. He's embraced the rivalry with Green Bay. Like you said, even when his numbers are down, when the Bears are winning, DJ's happy. He's upset when they're losing. He's not upset about not getting the ball. It seems like he's frustrated when we're not winning. He's out there blocking. He's out there being a good teammate. Yeah, I was really happy for DJ. I'm also happy that Caleb seems to be trusting him more with those contested catches. Because one thing I've seen about DJ, even from the Justin Fields days, when Justin Fields kind of forcing the ball to him, DJ isn't the long receiver, the Brandon Marshall, 6'4", 6'5", but he plays bigger than his 6 foot height. Like, he's great at the contested catches. It seems like DJ concentrates more when it's a difficult catch. We've seen DJ have some easy drops, but man, it seems like the tough catches are the ones that DJ reels in. So yeah, shout out to DJ.
It seems like him and Rome are like real close. It seems like he's a great mentor to the other receivers too. So I was so happy for him. And I was so damn happy that he caught that shit right on Nixon's ass. Because not only was Nixon the one who got the interception in the last game, but that's the one that blindsided him. And so for history, that clip is going to be played of you hanging all on DJ with the PI and him still catching that shit on your face.
It was pass interference that wasn't called.
Oh, he definitely was. And the last thing I'll say about DJ, in the interview after the game, when he said it's F Green Bay always, he will forever be in Chicago Bears fans' hearts because he, like you said, he has embraced this rivalry. He hates Green Bay just as much as we do, and we're happy to have him. So DJ Moore, that's your flowers.
Let's stick with Keyshawn Nixon just for a little bit while longer. Tiff, you didn't go far enough. One, yeah. He did in the first game, and then he got toasted to end this game. But both touchdowns was his zone, both of them. So DJ dragged him up there to get the game-winning touchdown, and he Q, you said it was busted coverage on the first touchdown at the end of regulation?
Yeah.
He was supposed to take whatever out routes on that side. He got sucked in. It was a great play design by Ben Johnson. He got sucked in on the end because he's looking at DJ. He's trying to cowboy. And if you ever played football before, you know cowboying, that is against the rules. You do not cowboy. And that left Ja'Day Walker back in the end zone by himself. But let's go a step further. You all said it. Dirty hit, right? Some Packer fans, let me not say all of them, some Packer fans are out there calling your boy Austin Booker a dirty player because he had two roughing the passer penalties in that game, and one of them put Jordan Love out the game. Let me ask y'all questions. Which play was more dirty? Austin Booker taking Jordan Love out the game, or Keyshawn Nixon running through DJ's back?
Nixon, easy. No bias. Austin Booker's making a football play. I don't think Booker was intentionally being dirty. You pursuing these quarterbacks, it's a bang-bang play. Jordan Love looked like, he was kind of scrunching down. Booker trying to, wrap up and get there. I don't think he intentionally wanted to go helmet to helmet with him. He wanted to make the play. Nixon, there was no reason to run through DJ. None at all.
It's Nixon, and it's not even close. And again, it's not because I'm a Bears fan. Like, you could say, I just think that when it comes to Booker, I think the defense was a little overhyped, and they wanted to show up. And so, yeah, did they have a little bit more adrenaline? Maybe. Like, even on the first roughing the passer, it wasn't egregious. He just happened to fall on him. He didn't even put all his body weight on Jordan Love. Like, he was trying to turn to the side, but he landed on him, so that's a flag. Okay, cool. There's nothing you could call in that dirty whatsoever. In the second one, Jordan Love is literally hunching down, and he ends up running into his helmet. If Jordan would have stayed up in the position that he was in, he would have hit his chest where he's supposed to. So sometimes I think we make it so impossible for the defense to play defense. You can't go high. You can't go low. Like, if you second guess something for a second, somebody juking you and you're missing them. So it's really hard. You can't use your body weight to follow them. So I've got to tackle him, but not fall on him. But can't go too high, can't go too low. Like, it's all these things that they have to think about. I don't think he was trying to take him out the game. It was just an unfortunate play. But for Packers fans to call that dirty and to absolutely disregard what Nixon did he was not playing the ball. He wasn't playing the play. He hit him blindly in the back, and that wasn't even a foul. So that's even more egregious. That at least you all got the flag and the calls on both of those on Booker. They just acted like Nixon didn't run into his back like that. So it's not even close, in my opinion.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
This episode is brought to you by McAfee.
Finish your fantasy lineup?
No, but I'm joining this paid group chat with insider info.
Dude, seriously? Forward it to me. Security alert from McAfee. That group's as legit as that knockoff jersey you're wearing.
McAfee's scam detector is available in all McAfee plans for as little as $39.99 for your first year. Learn more at McAfee.com/online protection.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of an offensive guard on the football field, but getting an elementary school crossing guard. Sure, they're both guards, but you can only trust one to keep your quarterback safe when the game is on the line. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What's your better, Q?
My better is Ben Johnson. One of the things that has irritated us about Bears head coaches since Lovie Smith is lack of accountability, lack of clarity. Ben Johnson, bad call when he that trick play on 4th and 1 in the first quarter, where I don't know what was going on. Cole Kmet was in the under center and the Wildcat. They snapped it over his head and tried to snap it to the 5'7" running back. And Ben Johnson has consistently said, that's on me. And in the game and in the post game, that's on me. I shouldn't have called that. And then progressively got better during the game. One of the things I liked is during the last Packers game, it was said that if Caleb had connected with Cole Kmet, that we would have went for 2. So I know Tom Brady said it after the Ja'Day Walker touchdown, they're going to go for 2. And I was thinking, like, I like the momentum being on our side. I like to play for overtimes. I think we got them on their heels, and I think the momentum's on our side. We can go win this in overtime. We don't have to do the 2-point conversion. And Ben Johnson had a great feel for the game. No, we're going to go overtime. Kairos, get out there and kick it. So my better is Ben Johnson because he's getting better each week too. He's starting to understand this team. And I love that we got a coach that will look at my bad. It was so frustrating when we lost on the Hail Mary and Eberflus gave a bunch of excuses. Yeah, I do it this way again. I play soft coverage knowing they need, 15 yards to get into range for Hail Mary. It was constantly never
Bullshit.
any type of accountability. Yeah. I don't know anything. I have to go look at the tape. We have to go review. We didn't get any answers. And the thing is, I don't need any answers from you as long as you don't mess up and as long as we win the game. I don't need the answers. But when you constantly lose, I want to know why. Why did you make this decision? Ben steps up, hey, that's on me. We got to get better. It's second or third time that he said, hey, that's on the coaching staff. We got to do this better, and we will get better. And the thing that I like about Ben Johnson is not empty promises. When he says something, we see them actively focusing on that. Hey, the run game got to get better. We're going to after the Lions lost, we're going to play our best football in December. Everything was gloom and doom after we lost to the Lions in week 2, 52-21 or whatever it was. But Ben said we will get better. We will run the ball better. Swifty will get better. All these things. And we saw all of it culminate, though. It didn't feel like empty promises. Matt Nagy would always tell us every week, we got to run the ball. Only to see us run the ball 11 times and Mitch out there throwing, looking lost and confused 40-something times. So I got to go Ben Johnson for my better because you see him trying, you see the accountability, you see the growth every week. So it's Ben Johnson for my better.
Like you said, he's playing situational football, right? A couple weeks ago against the Packers, if we would have gotten that touchdown, we would have went for the 2-point conversion, and I would have been 100% for that decision. In this game, when we got that touchdown, I was thinking, God, please let's not go for the 2-point conversion because it just felt like we just got we just got the onside kick. We just got the touchdown. We have momentum. This crowd is in it. Green Bay is like, oh my God, they're on their heels. It just felt like, they say when you're away, go for the win. When you're home, go for the tie. It felt like that was perfect. And it ended up being perfect because not saying we wouldn't have made the 2-point conversion, who knows? But we got even more cinema going to overtime. And it felt like, you know what, defense? Everybody talks shit about you all. Except for taking takeaways, they talk shit about you. But I'm going to trust you all in overtime to go get a stop against the Packers. And what did they do? They went and got a stop against the Packers. So I loved the decision to go for the tie, and it ended up in the W. So I love that Ben. He's not perfect. That 4th down play, that 4th and 1 play, we were all just sitting there like, what in the world are we doing? What was the play even going to be? If you snap it that far back to him, he going to run 15 yards to get the 1 yard. Like, I don't even know what the point of that play was. But at the end of the game, he made the right decision. You can tell the team loves him and supports him. Caleb loves him. Caleb wants to make him proud. Caleb wants to win for him. The whole team wants to. And he's learning from his mistakes and owning up to it. I guarantee he won't make no call like that on 4th and 1 again. So, yeah, I love the way he managed the end of that game. And I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but I saw this clip that was talking about when the Packers beat the Bears, that when he and LaFleur had that quick little handshake, that LaFleur had patted him on the shoulder with his play card. And so this time when they shook hands, that Ben Johnson patted him on his shoulder with the play card. Now, that
You know
could have
what?
been
He
completely
is so
incidental,
petty. I love it.
but he does seem like a petty mug. So I don't think that was incidental, but
And
I love that they hate each other.
I approve.
I'm here for it. I am here for them hating each other. It's going to be great.
Basically, what Q said is that Matt Eberflus was like Sway. He ain't got the answers.
He ain't got none of them.
None of them.
My better from this game was the mental toughness and the outright defiance this team has. They refuse to accept a loss. I mean, they've had enough of them when they came into the league, so they refuse to take any more. I love that for them. That simple mindset right there elevates this game beyond a standard win in the rivalry. Because it was an improbable comeback. I am jealous of you if you had the stones, the cojones, to actually go on your DraftKings, go on your FanDuel, and hit Bears money line when it was 3 minutes left in that game. I applaud you. I wish I did it.
I was in my fantasy group chat, and I kid you not, in the second quarter, one of the homies in my fantasy league, he's in Washington, and I don't think they've legalized sports betting yet. He said, and man, I fumbled the ball. I fumbled the bag. He said, what's Shadday Walker's anytime touchdown odds? I should have put money on it then and there. Should have did it.
We actually had somebody in our comments on TikTok say the same thing when we was talking about Roman Luther being there. He said, watch Shadday Walker show up in this game. Showed up, man. Showed up.
Big time.
I was talking about with the odds in this game. With 2 minutes remaining, trailing by 10, the Bears win probability, they said it in the broadcast, was 3.1%. Historically, in the NFL, teams facing a 10-point deficit with under 2 minutes were 0 and 501. Woke up on Sunday, is now 1 and 501 thanks to the Bears. Q, you brought them up. It seemed like we bring them up every episode. Eberflus, Nagy, in the previous eras, unlike them previous eras, where uncertainty was the flavor of the Kool-Aid in Chicago. This team has no panic. They are unflappable. They refuse to take an L, like I said earlier. Don't matter if you want to call it lucky. Don't matter if you want to call it the Packers choked. Whatever. I'm taking a W every time. Ben Johnson, he shifted the culture on the team and in the city. He got the fans believing. Well, not all the fans. Some fans still just they can't. They're scoring, and I feel for them. They don't want to just enjoy it yet, but they've got the team believe. The players believe. It's evidenced by the 6. I'll say it again. I'm going to say it again later when we talk about best 6 game-winning drives this season, the most in Bears history. All the stuff that happened in this game was improbable. The 43-yard field goal in 22-mile-per-hour winds, the onside kick recovery, the 4th and goal touchdown, the defensive stop in overtime, as Malik Willis he turned back to a pumpkin and turned over that ball in the overtime. Everything just went our way, and it's not that, and it's not luck. We've seen it too many times to just believe that it's luck. We force these things to happen. Luck favors the bold. Luck favors the prepared. Q, 5 Ps.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
And that's your Bears right there. The most prepared motherfuckers on the block.
I'm sorry. I'm looking through my feed, and why is Allen Robinson suggesting that he knows Ben Johnson's offense and can help the banged up Bears wide receiver for? Yeah. Yes.
Did you say Allen Robinson?
Allen Robinson, yes. Yes, he says he can help the Bears. He knows the Ben Johnson offense. He was on the Lions practice squad last year, and he's ready to come and help the Bears.
Sir, we appreciate your service all those years ago, sir. Sir.
Oh,
not,
looking
we're
like this
not gonna
got
be
to be
able
a
to do it.
satire piece. No, it's Allen Robinson. He said he's ready.
We're not gonna
He
be able to do it.
he's in
Hey,
shape.
Rob, we appreciate your
Hey,
service many, many moons
hey
ago,
man,
but we're not gonna be able to do it.
I'm not mad at him. Hey, it's Christmas time. I'm trying to get them
Next
NFL checks
Alshon
too.
and Marshall and Brandon Marshall gonna be putting their name in the bucket too, sir.
Martellus Bennett.
I have
We can't have them.
familiarity with the Bears offense, with Ben Johnson's offense. It'll only take a phone call from Ben and Coach Randall via 670 to score.
Phone's not gonna be ringing, sir. I'm sorry.
I mean, we can use another. You can use another pair of hands on the hands team. Speaking of the hands team, Tiff, let's talk about the best thing from this loss the Packers took. What was it?
The best thing, by and far, in my opinion, was special teams. And this is a unit that I particularly, and a lot of us have given a lot of grief. A lot of us have been on Richard Hightower's head about specific things, but they came through pretty much in every phase this game. Torrey Taylor, they were hyped. Torrey Taylor had some great punts that pinned them at the 2 or 5 a few times. And you got to think about everybody's doing this in this wind that was whipping, okay? Santos, the star. Cairo Santos, the star. He had 3 field goals, I believe. His longest one was 51, which may be his season record or close to it. And we know in the league, he has the weakest leg in the league. But to hit a 51-yarder in that situation in Soldier Field, when that wind is absolutely whipping, and you could tell how he was damn near a mad scientist with calculating those angles, because he was hitting it off so that the wind could bring it back to where he was hitting it damn near square center. Like, for him to do that time and time again in that game and that high pressure when, again, he doesn't have the strongest leg, and we've seen him miss quite a few, even 40-something yarders in Soldier Field. For him to hit those, and then for him to line up the perfect onside kick with the perfect amount of spin for Romeo Doubs to get all nervous and forget what he was supposed to attack the ball. And then, I got to give a shout out because you two have been very hard on Noah Sewell's head and his neck brace or neck guard. What is it?
It's a neck brace.
Neck roll.
His neck brace. You've been very hard on him and his neck brace, but guess what? His neck brace and him are the one that kept Romeo Doubs from getting on that ball and allowing Josh Blackwell to recover that ball. So as a unit, they just flawlessly executed. And I've heard so many people say that they looked like they knew they were going to get the ball. They practiced this over and over and over. And there was like a 8% or whatever the low percentage chance was of them executing it and recovering it. And it was just perfect on every phase of the ball. And the Packers were the ones that looked scared. And the Packers, and it was so much poetic justice to me because in the Bengals game, our, special teams team was the one that messed up and allowed the Bengals to get an onside kick. Thankfully, we still won that game, but it felt great for them to be on this side of it and for it really to be the reason that we won the game. So Richard Hightower, special teams, and especially Cairo Santos, we giving you all the love. He's been a loyal Bears, and a lot of Bears fans have run their course with him and ready to replace him. And thankfully, Jake Moody kind of got poached, so that wasn't really an option. But he showed his worth in this game, so salute to special teams.
Special teams was so hyped. Did anybody notice? Well, I'm sure we noticed the penalty, but they were so hyped that on that first kickoff, DeMarco Jackson crowd surfing. That was hilarious.
My mans, what was you doing? First of all, he got some ups to even get up there. But my boy, what was your plan once you got up there?
And surf the crowd.
No, he told y'all. He told y'all last week.
You gotta calm down.
Said he said he had that first Packer game left a bad taste in everybody's mouth. He was on point with his.
And
he
wasn't
bullshitting.
From jump. He had a bad taste in his mouth. He
wanted to hit somebody so bad. I'm gonna just jump on top of everybody's head.
I'm on top and crowd surf so everybody. A damn near suplex hit the dude to the ground. Yeah, they were lit.
Brooks Running reminds us that we're all powered by something. Whether it's the me-time energy of a run after a day at the office, the electrifying energy of your first marathon, or the infectious energy of a group run with your friends. No matter what energy powers you, Brooks has gear specifically designed to unleash it. So lace up and let it out. Let's run there. Visit brooksrunning.com today to learn more.
That's definitely going to be a meme.
Tiff, you always telling us we got to apologize to somebody. You're right this week. Noah Sewell was one of the unsung heroes in that comeback. He blew up Romeo Dobbs. And you know what? Sidebar on Romeo Dobbs real fast. Tiff, you said the Packers looked like they were scared. I think it was just Romeo Dobbs that was scared. Here's the first thing. If you got on that giant-ass bobblehead helmet, you probably aren't the best player to be on special teams. You know what I'm
scared
saying?
already.
You probably
worried about your head.
Right.
I don't need you on the onside kick.
Which is fair. I mean, shit, he's trying to protect his brain at the end of the day. Like,
That's cool.
he gonna have a little hesitation.
Let me get my crash outs on there. Let me get my wines and my crash outs on the handstand.
It's like a car crash. Yeah, it ain't no. So yeah, he don't want to get blown up. I'm not mad at him for that.
Special teams is where all the injuries happen. All the CTE happens on special teams. If you all remember in that earlier in the game, he was on punt. He was returning a punt. He waited for a fair catch, and it was like nobody in the screen.
He had like 15 yards of green grass in front of him. He said, y'all not finna hit me. I need my brain. I ain't mad at him.
Hey, you played high school football. You know what it's like punt coverage, kickoff coverage, or on the return team. You know what this it's physical there.
That helmet too big for him to have his head on the swivel. And you know you gotta have your head on the swivel.
I did say that to a Packers fan. I was like, maybe if he had that bobblehead on, he would have been able to catch the ball, but I'm glad he couldn't.
Should have took it off. Risk your brain. It's Bears-Packers rivalry. You don't need that brain.
We don't need no more Antonio Browns out here, sir. Don't risk your brain, please.
Hey, listen, it's for the glory.
Q. And Tiff, we've talked about players we think is going to make the Pro Bowl from this team. Josh Blackwell.
Special team.
He recovered that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a great year.
Mm-hmm. He blocked that kick against the Raiders. He recovered this ball. And he's made countless other special team plays.
At the 1 yard line.
Devin Duvernay. Yeah, Devin Duvernay might be a good name to it as well. So, Tiff, good shout. Special teams, they've been in their bag. But Blackwell, Noah Sewell, Cairo Santos, where are we without them today?
With an L.
Hey, did anybody notice Dobbs at the bottom of the pile, grabbing his little arm and getting up like he broke his arm and he crippled? Did y'all notice that? Boy,
you do that when your pride hurt. Because you got to be hurt.
Thank you, Tiff. The Packers is doing that all game. I ain't talking about Jordan Love. I ain't talking about Josh Jacobs. Them other dudes, Watson, Dobbs, and rest. Every time they had a bad play, they hurt. Like, come on.
Was Jacobs really hurt? Because I know he didn't come back in. Did he come back in after he fumbled? I don't think he did.
Oh, he held his
mentioned
knee
to you Saturday.
I was wondering if he got pulled.
Everything hurt on him after that fumble. Everything hurt on him.
I told you that Saturday, Tiff. We was watching the game. I'm like, Josh Jacobs ain't came back in this game yet.
I don't know if he was being punished or he was really hurt.
That's what I was saying. I didn't know if he got pulled or if he was hurt. That's what I was asking.
Hey, Emmanuel Wilson was running
Wilson.
Good, though, so.
Yeah, why? He could be both because Emmanuel, his backup was kicking the Bears' ass too.
Yeah, I told you in the preview, Pay. I thought Jacobs might be on a little bit of a snap count. I think I told you in the preview, so it might have been a combination. Yeah, probably was a combination of both.
But a snap count at the end of a crucial game. I mean, I guess when you just fumble, hey, snap's over. Come on out, brother.
Yeah. Enough snaps. We've counted. You did. You good, bro.
I mean, Jalen Johnson's still on one. You seen Tariq get in there every now and then?
Yeah, he's on a snap count.
But had a good play.
Yeah, CJ ended up leaving the game, and because
he got burnt too.
Because he got burnt.
Yeah, he really did hurt his knee, though. He really did hurt his knee.
You could tell the way he stepped and kind of flew in the air that he hurt himself for real.
Yeah, he was really trying to catch up for his mistake. Dennis Allen got to stop putting my boy CJ in man coverage. And it's not
that cover zero. He can't help. He can't help call it cover zero. And they pick on CJ every time.
And you know, it's not CJ's fault. He is a safety by trade. He's filling in a nickelback. He always has had positional versatility to play nickelback, but he's not a nickelback like Kyler Gordon, where Kyler Gordon is a natural corner that plays nickelback. Then you have your safeties who come down and play nickelback. CJ is a safety by trade. Listen, I don't care how good of a safety you are. It is hard to cover wide receivers in the NFL. That's why safeties are not locked in man coverage with wide receivers. I don't care what safety it is. You can think of the best safety in the NFL right now. He's at a disadvantage if he's covering a wide receiver in a slot in man coverage, especially on those deeper routes. So I don't want anybody getting down on CJ because I saw somebody, you know, talking about CJ getting burned and this and that. CJ's playing great football.
Right. So Q, this weekend for the Bears was really good. They beat them punk ass motherfuckers up there in Wisconsin, for one, and then the Lions did what they've been doing the last month and a half and lost, which gave the Bears a playoff berth for the first time since 2020. But it's something we saw from this team a long time ago, but it seemed like the national media is slow to catch on. Why you think that is?
We've been down so long. And we haven't, even when we've been a good team, we haven't been the cool team. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had a lot of exciting play. We're usually, when we're good, we're usually led by defensive players. And, you know, fans love offense. They love the star wide receiver. They love the star quarterback. And last time we went to the playoffs, we had Mitch Trubisky the last 2 times starting the playoff games. You know, we were led by defense and running the ball. Even before that, when we went to the Super Bowl, we had Rex Grossman. We knew Rex Grossman was not the reason for the season. It was running the ball with Thomas Jones and playing defense. So I think the Bears just haven't been the sexy pick, you know, the entertaining team. But I think that's starting to change as Caleb emerges. And I'm starting to see the Bears getting a lot of people hopping on the bandwagon. We'll get to that later, though, because, you know, a lot of the media is real funny, though, and they need to be called out.
No, get to it now. Who hopped on the bandwagon late? We closed the bandwagon 3-4 weeks ago. Who doing it now?
Sam Acho and Shady. I keep telling you, stop listening to those clowns. It was about 9 days ago where I'm on YouTube and my algorithm shows me a show called Speak Easy. I click because the caption was so ridiculous. And actually, it was more than them insinuating. It's Chris Broussard, another clown, that Shedeur was not only going to outplay Caleb, but that he was better. So a 5th-round rookie who is just starting is better than a number 1 overall pick, Heisman winner, who's thrown for 3,500 yards his rookie year, is in the middle of a chase for the number 1 seed, is ready to surpass Caleb Williams after 1 good game. That is preposterous. That is ridiculous. Shedeur Sanders just climbed to the top of the Browns depth chart, and now you want to suggest that he's better than Caleb. The more ridiculous thing is my algorithm leads me back to Shady and Sam Acho. Today they are kissing Caleb's butt and talking about how he arrived and throwing all sorts of flowers at his feet and suggesting he's elite. Now, keep y'all same energy. Y'all didn't believe in him 8-9 days ago. Don't believe now. Don't try to get our clicks. Leave us alone. Don't leave this Bears train alone. Don't jump on the bandwagon now. I don't want to see you all suggesting the Bears are Super Bowl contenders. Talk about how special Caleb is. No, he wasn't better than Shedeur. You were ready to put Shedeur over him. You hadn't seen enough from him. Shady, I don't want to hear about how you think he's special. We've been telling you that Caleb was ascending. Don't tell us how there's only 2 or 3 quarterbacks that can make these throws he's making. Leave us alone. We don't want to kick it. We don't want to talk.
Yeah, it just seemed like something about ex-players to me sometimes. I mean, we all can have a little haterism in us, but there's some of them, Shady, Cam, they just got an extra level of hate. And I don't know if it's because you're not the star anymore and you hate to see other people getting shine, but Shady been a hater for a long time. And I think he may be a Bears hater because he hated Justin Fields. always talks super shit about Justin Fields. He
But he
always
loved
talked about
Caleb
the Bears
Williams
organization.
until Caleb Williams was here.
Yeah, I don't know. I can think of any players that he speaks glowingly of. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's taking the niche of just knocking everybody down in the most preposterous way. Like I said, although Cam has come around now, he picked the Bears to win this game, and he's kind of come around too. So it's funny how them narratives shift really quickly when you can't stand on the BS that you've been saying. Now all of a sudden it's, we knew he had the talent, now he's finally showing. Like, nah, that's not
Say
the
you
energy
were
that
wrong.
you had.
Just say you were
Just say I
wrong. We
was
don't want to
wrong.
hear that he always had the talent. Y'all told us Jaden Daniels was better. Y'all told us, and I can understand that Jaden had a hell of a season last year. Y'all told us last year Drake May was better, and Drake May did not have a good year. The Patriots did not have a good year. Y'all told us Bo Nix was better, even though he was riding that incredible elite defense. Early this season, I watched one of the talking heads tell us J.J. McCarthy was better before the season started, not after J.J. McCarthy came into Soldier Field and won. There were people suggesting Caleb was the sixth best quarterback from this class. Michael Penix was better. Michael Penix played 3 games last year, and there was nothing impressive about those 3 games. I don't understand how anybody could have sat there and said, coming into the season, Penix was better. I mean, it's just been crazy, the disrespect. And Shady said Caleb texted him and reminded him, of he's watching. So I love that we have that chip on our shoulder, our team, and Caleb in particular, because you can't let nobody talk about you. Keep practicing math. As I said in the preview of the Bears-Packers game, Ben Johnson said Caleb was practicing math. I need mad Caleb. I need that confident Caleb too. That hands in the pocket while I watch that touchdown land in DJ Moore's hands. I like Caleb's attitude. I like what he's saying in the pressers. I like the balance of being humble and being a little bit arrogant. No, I can make every throw. I like that version of Caleb because he's been disrespected. And last year, no, I don't think anybody could have excelled in that type of toxic environment with that type of coaching. I mean, from Shane Waldron to Matt Eberflus, your offensive coordinator got fired. Your newly hired offensive coordinator, who replaced your fired offensive coordinator from earlier in the year, was fired 9 games into the season, or was it 7 games into the season? Whatever it was, he was fired early. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses for Caleb, but nobody could have really excelled in that environment. It was a terrible situation to come into. Even though coming into the draft, everybody said that it was a great situation. Everything that glitters ain't gold, because that was glittering, but it was certainly not gold. Between the offensive line, the play calling, the dysfunction, and the coaching staff, the organization, there was no plan to help the rookie quarterback succeed last year.
Yeah, the Bears were cubic zirconia as a motherfucker last year.
The varsity crystals. When you look at them diamond tester, it wasn't real diamonds.
Speaking of Caleb, that perfect segue into my best from this win. Q, we talked about that pass against the Browns. Was that the best pass of his career? We got to run that back because the next week they get the walk off. That's in there now.
Gotta vote the walk off.
He's had a best pass. He's had a bunch of best passes of his career this season. I mean, it's at least 5 of them.
In his very young career. So hopefully we're going to keep saying this every game. Is that the best pass? Is that the best pass? Is that the best pass? Because, I mean, he's had some memorable ones.
Listen,
I know we will.
The funny thing is, when I think about the best passes, when you brought that up last week, the best passes have been to DJ Moore. Caleb, trust DJ. If y'all remember last year when he beat the Rams, that touchdown, it was like over the shoulder of the Rams defender. He was in mad coverage, right past his ear hole to DJ by the goalpost. Caleb, take the hint. A lot of your best passes are to DJ.
Even though he didn't get a game ball against the after the game from Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams was a dog this game.
That's the thing, though. I don't think he'll ever get a game ball from Ben Johnson.
He's got some.
He did?
He got some.
Okay.
He's got more than one.
I just remember him getting one.
He did get one?
I'm sure he's one.
Okay.
I can't remember what game it was.
I remember
it was the
Kevin
4 touchdown
Byron
game. He definitely got one that one. But I agree with you, Q. Up to this point, that was the best pass of his career because not only because everything surrounding it. It's the Green Bay Packers. It's a playoff atmosphere. It's in the clutch. It's a walk-off. And the best one of all, he aura farmed right after it.
Well, he was clip farming so bad. He was clip farming so bad because he like, I ain't going to jump around and celebrate with my teammates. I'm going to just put my hands in my pockets and then do my little Iceman thing. Yeah, he had that planned out. He definitely planned that ahead of time. I ain't mad at him, but he was clip farming like him.
Who had more aura after a game-winning play? Him after this week, or was it Derrick Rose when he walked off the Cavaliers in 2015?
D Rose. I don't know. It's got to be D Rose.
This is kind of cold.
That's cold, but D Rose, bro, because he just so stoic. The way he was just so stoic and jumped into his arms and that's a meme, bro. Yeah,
that's a toss up. I can't be mad at whichever one you pick between D Rose or Caleb. They was both tough. They was both Chicago too.
Very much so.
Whichever one you choose, Chicago still wins. Caleb Williams is now the only quarterback in Bears history to throw a touchdown in the final 20 seconds of a game and also in the overtime of that same game. He is definitely earning that nickname Iceman. He's got that ice in his veins. 6 game-winning drives in one season, and there's no reason to believe that there's not going to have any more. I mean, this team plays better when they back against the wall. The 56-yard touchdown pass. I've been going back and forth on this. I think we all like that play because of everything surrounding that play. But I think the pass that he threw to Ja'Day Walker that sent again overtime was actually a more difficult pass because you said it was busted coverage and some things like that because Nixon didn't stay in his area, right?
His own, yeah.
But there were 9 guys on the line of scrimmage when Caleb hiked the ball. Cover 0 back there. He already knew where the ball had to go because one of those guys came unblocked. Ozzy Tupillo, he blocked down. Another guy came in untouched. So Caleb had to move to the right and put a teardrop pass into the back corner of the pass. It was Jordan-esque. You're right.
Yeah. Steph Curry over Wemby. It was
Tom Brady did call it his Steph Curry impression.
Man, that was tough.
Whatever impression you want to say. It was cold, y'all. I don't know which one was the more difficult pass, but I know which one is going to go down as the pass. And in fact,
I agree.
Bears fans are going to remember this for a long time. It's like Cubs fans are not going to forget the 20 strikeout game for Kerry Woods. Bulls fans are never going to forget 96. I agree. Bulls fans are never going to forget was it June 13th, 1998? Bulls fans are never going to forget that. Bulls fans are never going to forget April 16th, 1996. White Sox fans are never going to forget 1919, whatever date that was.
I knew you was going to say something dumb. I was like, why is he going through all these dates right now? I knew he was going to say something dumb. I knew that's what you was just waiting for.
What do you mean,
dumb? We're not going to be on none of that. First of all, your Pope, who is a Sox fan, has brought the Bears back. So you need to relax. You need to relax on your Sox slander, okay? The Pope don't appreciate that.
Well, yeah, you're right. We forgot about the Pope. I mean, we got a lot of things going in our direction right now. We are a city of God. We got Virginia, we got Mongo, we got the Pope. And all 3 of them have one thing in common. They hate the Packers. All right.
As they should.
You got
and
everything.
They bear down.
Bear down.